Hey, welcome back to your friendly gas-powered bike page. For those of you that have never caught my videos before, or this is your first time catching this video, welcome to the door slamming because of the wind. And I mainly cater to the everyday rider. The guy that is home trying to work on his own bike, doesn't have a massive amount of equipment, and uses his bike every day as his main mode of transportation. Almost didn't get that out, did I? Anyway, I always preach about maintenance, and the small things are the most important things. You don't have to maintenance these bikes constantly, like every day or every week, but it is good to give them a once over at least every season. Now, this individual's bike is not broke down whatsoever. I can put it down and ride it away. But what they are doing is the preventative maintenance, because they ride this bike everywhere they go. And they want to ensure that they go and that they come back. So that is what we're doing today. We are going to replace the rear wheel, put a new tire on it. The chain is worn and stretched and is out of adjustment. Yes, I could shorten a link and get some more time out of it, but they chose to put a new chain on it, which is basically the better move. That way you have a nice new chain, because that is important. If you don't have a chain, the bike doesn't propel itself down the street. So it's one of the important ingredients. Also, if you are a rider and you've been riding for a bit, one part of the maintenance is to give the rear bearings an occasional check. And I do not mean by taking the rim apart every time to see how they're wearing. These standard rims wear a lot faster when you have a motor on the bike, because they're not designed to ride as fast as a lot of people do. I always suggest, if you want to get the time and mileage and the money you spent value out of it, to ride the bike anywhere from 12 to 14 miles an hour, not the 25 and 30 that they will go on the top end. The wheels were just not designed for that, and it prematurely just wears them out. And now rear wheels are darn near $100 a piece. So the more time you get out of your bike, the less money you have to spend, just like a car, just like anything else. Okay, having said all that, to check your bearings, it is always a good idea, every once in a while, even if the bike was sitting on the ground, to just grab your wheel as such and move it, wiggle it back and forth. Now this one is loose. As you can see, the bearings have play in them. The bike wheel should not, I don't know if the video is doing any justice, but you can see it wiggle back and forth. And yes, you can reach in there with a wrench and tighten up the rear bearing cones. I usually use the pedal side. It's easier to get to, but you can loosen this nut and snug up your bearing cones, which squeezes it together and gets a little more time. But basically what it is happening is the bearing race, where the bearings ride, is part of the hub. It is made part of the hub of the wheel. There is no replacing the hub. I mean, you can, but that is financially way more money than just buying a wheel, by taking your rear wheel to the bike shop and having to put a new hub in it. It's just financially unfeasible. So it's best to just get another wheel. But anyway, what is happening is the race where the bearings roll and ride is getting wore out. You can tighten it up, get a little more time out of it. That's just fine. But that is just a sign of beginning wear and tear. So, with that friendly little tip, I'm going to get started on this bike and get this wheel removed, the aluminum hub replaced on the new wheel, tire and tube, everything adjusted, put the chain on it, break it like I did 2 videos ago, shorten the chain, because you don't need all that chain flopping. You need just what you need. And yep, get this bad fella back ready for the road. All right, got all the work done. As you can see, it is not on the rack. We have taken it out and test rode it. Well, my associate has, and if I keep making Tim go out and test ride these bikes, he's gonna want me to pay him someday. It's gonna be a dark day. But anyway, got his new rim put on there. Bearings were greased up. Chain is adjusted. That's why I like these spring chain tensioners, the ones that are on the frame. I'm personally not a big fan of the ones that go on the motor up here. They don't work as well in my opinion. These stay pretty stable. Don't have to make a lot of adjustments, and they are a little easier to deal with when you got to change a back tire, unfortunately. But other than that, this is not a super long video. I'm sorry I did not make it more step by step, because I have other videos in the past that you may have to scroll through that I have done step by step, and I just didn't want to quadruple repeat myself. But other than that, this one's been gone through. The wires are back in the harness. Everything works. The kill button, it runs good. Chains new, tires new, back wheels new. So hopefully this bike has a good trouble-free summer. That is why I became the preacher of maintenance, because it's the little things that count the most. All right, other than that, I appreciate everyone that likes and subscribes. I'm happy if my videos help others get their problems fixed, or it gives you some food for thought and you head off a problem you might have in the future because you saw one of my videos and you're like, man, I need to check that on my bike. So other than that, stay tuned for the next exciting gas-powered bike video. As I said before, hopefully it's one of me out riding for a little change of pace instead of working on them. But you got to keep those guys riding that ride. I have a soft spot in my heart for that when that's your transportation. And who wants to do all that pedaling in this day and age?